Hey, whoever's watching.
This is Cakes and Candles Productions. If you follow us, normally you know us for our music or comedy or skits and everything. But today we thought we would do something a little different. This is kind of also a little bit of an ode to the ones we've lost recently as well. With the topic of discussion today, my buddy Matt, he came up with the idea of going into a discussion about artistry in the sense of why we, whether intrinsically or not, deny others of one's own artistic values and what they can give to the world, and why maybe the world basically preaches to us the art that you give out to others is not good enough, is not being able to be perceived in the right light or fashion, and why you should try to overcome those, whether it be because of your own personal faults or others denying you.
Yeah, so I think about it a lot. Myself, I've always been self-doubt. What if I only get the 2 views, the what have you, and these last 2 years or so I've realized kind of fuck it. I like what I draw, I like the comedy I do, and it puts a smile on my face. But now I have the few people who see a drawing I did or one of the little comedy skits that we've done, and they say, you know what, I was having a shitty day, thank you, you put a smile on my face after this terrible work shift or what have you. And to me, that is so important in my life right now, being the reason that somebody can smile or laugh. Because if you don't have that outlet, you don't have somebody to look to turn that shitty day into a good day, or at least a tolerable day. It's just exhausting if you don't.
It gives life meaning almost in a sense.
Yeah.
Otherwise, what's the whole point of all going to the humdrum of everyday experiences that just always seems to get you down, and you don't have that outlet to help you kind of cope.
Yeah. I think so many people get caught up in the paying bills and the stuff that's necessary, but when you don't get a chance to express yourself artistically or creatively, you're not a complete person, At least in my sense, I feel like I'm not complete if I don't get to express myself. And if I don't have that person to look up to, that musician or
that artist,
yeah,
professional player, or whatever medium that you go to for an outlet. So in a sense, having that outlet kind of, again, gives you a coping mechanism to deal with everyday life, which is so important. And I don't feel like we have lost that as a society, but it's kind of waning.
Which is funny because we have more access than ever to those outlets.
But does it seem as personal?
That's the problem. We're losing the personal side of it, and there's that overexposure. But I think it's important to find that smaller group of things that you can look to
and identify with.
Yeah. It's funny you use that word, identify, something to identify with, someone to identify with. That's key. Whether maybe you're not an artistic mind, but somebody you can identify with
that plays an important role in your life.
That plays,
but is maybe, for lack of a better term, in a higher social economic status than you
right.
are.
Right.
But you're still personal with.
Right. And then vice versa, on the other side of the spectrum, let's say you only have 256 followers on Instagram. Maybe only, you have the 10 people who actually pay attention to your posts.
Yeah, actually enjoy what you do,
At least those 10. I love those 10 people. Because I know that they appreciate the effort that we put into what we do.
Right.
It's not just, let me throw this together and post it. No, we put effort.
We actually put effort into everything that we do, yeah.
And that, that makes me feel I have a purpose, those people look forward to my posts, our posts. We, in some little aspect, we help them out,
Right.
And kind of pushing that. We've talked about this, you and I, but maybe this is our legacy right here.
Right. What we do that you can see through the lens of a camera, even if you may not know us in an actual personal, place, eye to eye, something you can actually see and touch, but at least it's something you can see.
Right. And if this is my legacy, I'm okay with that. You get to see me geeking out and being weird and
being a goofball, whatever.
Yeah.
But you get to see me or you or anybody else that works with us on the channel actually express ourselves in an artistic way that we think can be relatable and personal to you as an audience. Which is very important, because there are days where we've also talked about this, where we may not feel it in a sense of wanting to put out anything creative, as opposed to other days because of self-doubt or whatever have you, because
it's so hard to fight
that. It seems like nobody appreciates it.
Right. And that's why I think there has to be a way to fight that voice that tells you you're not going to get those views, you're not going to get those likes,
not going to get the notoriety of it.
Yeah. And you because we've gotten to that point where it's about the views and likes, but I think we've even forgot it's about the art, it's about the whatever creative thing you're putting out there. If you don't get the views, that's fine. As long as we have fun doing it, or as long as whatever you're doing, if you're a musician, a painter, a poet, as long as you love what you're doing, put it out there. That one person will see that. That one person will see that, get that smile on their face, relate to it, and maybe you save them from drinking too much that night. Maybe you save them from cussing out their partner.
Your spouse.
Because they got that one thing they needed for that day. And I think about that a lot.
That's very important, to remind yourself of that, because we all lose sight of that from time to time. And it's a hard feeling to fight. We as humans, actually, from an outside perspective, we do tend to put down other people's creative shit, whether it be music, writing, painting, artistry, whatever have you. We do tend to do that as a society, from person to person. It's shit, it's whatever, it shouldn't be out there, whatever. Oh, let's this person, let's negate that person from whatever, and not even necessarily say let's not share their shit, but actually go to the person and say, like, hey, this is crap, you should probably stick to your day job, whatever have you. And it's kind of just like basically a way of trying to negatively reinforce the fact of why are they doing it in the first place.
On that note, if you're a painter, a sculptor, a poet, artist of any medium, and you feel like you're not appreciated, why don't you reach out to Case of Candles Productions? Let us be that cheerleader for you.
Because we don't get enough of that, so we figured, hey, at least we could do it for somebody else, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I'll be your little cheer section, you know.
All, like, 4 of us.
You know, we love y'all. We want you to keep creating the way we want to keep creating. You know, if we could be that person, you know, one of those 10 people,
right,
who actually give you the time of day.
Yeah.
And you want us, you know. We're not the most brilliant people, but we'll comment on your stuff. We'll like it. We'll, you know, try to show you that love that we hope to, you know,
one day aspire to get. Yeah. It's looking less and less every day.
But yeah, just keep creating. You too. You keep creating.
I don't know why. Nobody appreciates my They don't appreciate my comedy. They don't appreciate the music I put out. They don't appreciate shit. See? Right there. There's a great sense of intrinsically stopping yourself from fucking putting out creative because of the fact that it's negatively enforced by society that people don't appreciate what I've done. So it's a vicious cycle if you really look at it from that sense. Which is, it's upsetting, but again, it's what the world we live in, it's the world we created, and it's what we have to deal with. So
we have to be the ones to fight that.
Yeah.
You have to want to fight that. And I do.
It does get hard, though.
Yeah.
It does get hard. Like I said, there's days where you feel more inclined to put something out other than other days, but...
Yeah. But you're going to be solid, I promise.
Mostly.
Just stop. We're trying to give them hope.
Oh, is that what we're doing?
Yeah.
Oh. Don't listen to anything I said. Yeah, just keep doing what you're doing.
Love y'all.
I tolerate you.